So you're probably thinking, dang, Mr. D, you look mad fresh. But you probably didn't know I was freezing and I was trying to make sure my baby didn't freeze to death. That's like one of the really cool things I love about pictures is that when you look at them, it brings back memories, but only you know what's going on inside of your brain in that picture. For example, this photo right here. So this is a picture of me with B-Boy Free, and he's like one of my inspirations. At this event, I wanted to get a photo with him, but I was so embarrassed. I was super shy. It literally took my friend to go up to him and say, hey, my homie wants to get a photo with you. Is that cool? And he was super cool. He's like, yeah, that's fine. And I'm here like giggling and just like awestruck, but we got the photo. But you can't see that in this picture. You just see me like trying to look hard and stuff like that. But in that brain of mine right there, my brain is going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm standing next to B-Boy Free, one of my greatest inspirations in dancing. Damn, I'm taller than he is, but I'm standing next to B-Boy Free. Like, that's what's really cool about photos, is that you can go ahead and look and just be like, man, that's what I was thinking in that particular moment. Another really cool thing about photos is that later in life, you can go back to those photos and maybe you find some crazy story behind it that you didn't know at that time, and you find out years later. For example, this photo right here, this is a picture of me dancing at this event at UAF with my friend, and we performed there, and it was a lot of fun. But come to find out, years later, my wife, my future wife, was actually at that performance, and she was doing sound. Sometimes knowing the backstory of a photo changes how we look at that particular picture. For example, here's a picture of my boys playing at this really cool museum. These walls were full of, you could draw on it, super, super fun. But what you don't know is that is the San Francisco Creative Children's Museum. My wife and I had our boys in carriers, and we walked about a mile to this place. And a mile's not that far, honestly. It's not that far. However, it is terrifying when you're walking a mile through homelessness. And we're walking, and I was like, are you kidding me? And it was just homelessness, drugs everywhere. My wife were just like booking it. I'm not sure, but on the way back, I think we took a different route. However, even if you Google it, even if you Google, which I didn't, I should have, but I didn't think of it. And yeah, if you Google it and you just drop your person randomly in one section of that road, you're just gonna see a homelessness around that. And that's not safe for the kids. So now the question is, why was I going through all of these old photos? Well, the reason I was going through all of these old photos is because I was searching through my external hard drive a very, very particular clip. And then from that particular clip led me to all these side quests of finding these pictures and remembering myself on how I was in that particular photo. And it made me think to myself, if I could have a conversation with that James, or that James, or that James, that James would have never known what I would be doing today, or even a couple years ago. That James would have never known that he would have 5 kids. That James right there would have never known he would have left education. And it's such a great thing to do, to look at old pictures of yourself and have these kind of like this conversation, this inner dialogue with yourself, and to be like, hey, remember those goals and those tribulations and those trials during that time? You made it through. Or, hey, you're doing all right. Look at you now. Look how much you've grown. Look how much you've been through and grown through that. So I'm going through all these photos and I'm having this conversation with myself. And I finally find the video clip. Now the video clip, I think it's crazy because in this video clip is a video I recorded of myself in a middle school practicum. So I taught a science lesson in a 7th grade class and I recorded myself. And during that time, James in that video was set on teaching 4th or 5th grade. And James in that video said to himself he would never teach middle school. And look, I taught middle school, I enjoyed it. And it's so crazy to see little James, little Mr. D in this video teaching middle school, and then years later end up teaching middle school. All right, so we're going to do a lab observing, exploring metals and non-metals. You will have a partner with this lab, so there will be 2 pairs on each side of the lab table back there. Things to remember, on statement A on the lab sheet. Properties.
In the
What is that?
It's malleable.
he's like, yeah, you like it?
Remember at the beginning, questions 1 and 2, I referred to metals. So you will have a partner. So I'm going to give you a minute to look around and find your partner. Okay? So how many pieces? God is funny. God is creative. He's amazing. He's sovereign. And he's in complete control. And looking at all these pictures and looking at all these videos just reminds me that he is always with me. He'll never forsake me. Nothing can separate him, his love from me. I just wanted to share this and maybe give encouragement to you. If you're going through a hard time and things are rough, go back to an old photo. Go on your phone and scroll and, go 5 years back and look at yourself and be like, hey, you're going to get through this. And hopefully that encourages you, that gives you the strength to get through whatever trials or tribulations that you're going through right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel led, please like and subscribe. I'm at 462 currently, and I'm trying to get 500 subscribers by the end of the summer. So if you have been following me on this journey on building my channel and whatever it may be, thank you so much. But yeah, that's the goal, and I appreciate everyone that has been with me this entire journey of YouTube, and thank you so much. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one.